Cub YouTube baseball fans. I do apologize right off the bat that tonight's video is going to be late. It has been a crazy day from one thing to another. Mainly just because in 4 days, yours truly reports to spring training in 4 days. I'll be in the Grapefruit League down in Florida, and then I will be going to Cactus League play in Arizona. So I'm prepping everything, like I'm getting all my planners ready for my YouTube. Annoying my brother Casey so he can get sick of me before he sees me, yada, yada, yada. But I thought really in today's video, we would talk about the Cubs game earlier today. But I kind of wanted to talk about the Cubs game for tomorrow. So for a very special reason, I add. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit, guys. But other than that, guys, I did want to say one thing before we get into this episode, and simply it is thank you guys for all the love and all the support on the channel. And then the only other thing I need to say is if you enjoy this episode, make sure you hit that like and thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. And then at the end of this video, I will have a question for you guys. Woo! Joseph, it feels great to be alive. All right, so today, guys, the Chicago Cubs returned home to Sloan Park. It was game number 5 of spring training for the Chicago Cubs, and they were playing host to the San Diego Padres from Peoria, Arizona, guys. Yes, as crazy as it sounds, it is a Tuesday. It's Tuesday and a Wednesday Eve and a Hoop Day Eve, and it's already game number 5 of 2026 spring training for the Chicago Cubs. Crazy enough, guys, the great news is the Cubs ended heading into today's game at a 1-3 record, but they are 0-2 at Sloan Park. So, even though they've been winning recently, actually, no, wait. Yeah, the Cubs got their first win yesterday. Okay. Like, my mind's going a million different ways, so I do apologize. The Cubs, again, are entering at 1-3, so that was entering today's game. And, yet to win a game at Sloan Park and at home. So, would it be any different? But the great news is, guys, it did change because the Cubs actually would win their second straight game in a row for the second straight day in a row, and they get their first spring training W at Sloan Park. So very good by the Cubbies there, guys. So congratulations to them. Yes, my brother Casey did get in today, and yes, he had a little bit of a rough game. Mainly, he had a rough game behind the plate. When he was telling me a little bit about it, he said his catching was off. If you guys ever watch my brother Casey, he always sets his glove up like this, okay? He was setting it up a little like that so he could steal strikes. If you guys don't know, Jerry Weinstein, who I've mentioned a couple times, he is the minor league catching coordinator. He trains catchers to set their glove up like this, so it's easier for them to like steal strikes. And when it's called a ball, it could be called a great. So, that's really what Jerry Weinstein and my brother Casey worked on in spring training last year. They've been working on it a little bit at camp this year. If you guys don't know, Jerry Weinstein, when it comes to the lovely game of baseball, Jerry Weinstein is literally one of the best around, okay? He was with the Colorado Rockies for a while. He was with other organizations. He's been a coach in professional baseball for over 40 years, and he's only done 2 of those years at the MLB level, and the rest of them have been at the minor league level. So, but yeah, my brother Casey, guys, he was setting his glove up a lot like that, and the ball just, for some reason, would always go off the edge of the glove. So, today behind the plate, Casey struggled a little bit, but you know what? I'm not going to get mad at it. So, it is spring training, so you got to remember that. So, I'm not going to get mad just over something very minor, but yeah, guys. But the Cubs did win, so they are now 2-3 in Cactus League play. After losing their first 3 games of spring training, they have, gotten onto a different role, a different leverage, as you call it. So, very happy to see that. I remember last year in spring training, it was like the Cubs were absolutely dominating Cactus League plays, so that was really cool. But if you really, guys, anytime you see my brother Casey catch, guys, I want you to pay extremely close attention to the way he holds his glove, because that's very, very important when it comes to catchers and all that. The way they set up the glove is the way it's going to bounce. So like the way the ball is going to, seriously, I didn't know this, but catching a slider or a changeup, it's way easier at this angle than it is at this angle, if that makes any sense to you guys, okay? I actually learned that from Jerry Weinstein himself. Jerry Weinstein and I, we've known each other since 2017. So we've known each other a very long time, and maybe in another video I can explain my relationship with the Chicago Cub minor league catching coordinator, Jerry Weinstein. If you guys want me to share that, how I've known him that long, I could do a separate video on that, because I really think, I know some of you may want to know, I don't know, but maybe we could do a separate video on that. But, guys, but the Cubs, they get their 2nd win in a row. Woo, woo. And they get their first win at home in spring training. So I bet the Chicago faithful was definitely happy on that. I would definitely be happy on that. So, Shota Imanaga had a great outing, and all that. But, guys, I got to admit, I'm happy. I was going to, in the video today, I was going to look at the standings in the Cactus League and find out where it would be at, but I'm like, no, not going to do it. So, it's spring training, so that's why. But yeah, it's literally, guys, just pay attention to the way my brother Casey holds a catcher's mitt up. Because literally he's learning something new that he learned in the middle of minor league camp last year. So, this new way to catch is still new to him and different. And he, just a little uncomfortable, So, I have to give my brother Casey a little slack and a little credit, because he's still trying to learn this motion and all that. So, but I know I've talked about Jerry Weinstein a little bit on the channel. And if you guys want me to talk about like how like our relationship and how far back it goes, I can do a video on that. So I'm just gonna let you guys decide that. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, it was good. Casey had a great time. He did have a really rough at bat. He actually fouled off a pitch, today. And I saw, the footage. It did not look very well. So he fouled off a pitch. It got the catcher in the mask, and it bounced off the home plate umpire's knee. So it went from the bat to the edge of the catcher's mask to the home plate umpire's knee. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but but yeah, man, spring training. I literally, when I heard about that, I nearly chewed him out. I'm like, you don't need to be injuring a player on the other team, yet alone an umpire. But I'm doing it as a joke. I'm trying to give my younger brother Casey a really hard time because that's all he does to me. So, but yeah, guys, back to it. I guess I could say, hey, Chicago. Well, I'm not going to say, hey, Chicago. What do you guys say? I'm not going to say it. Even though we've won back-to-back games, it is spring training. I love it in spring training when the Cubs going to win. Don't get me wrong. I love it to death. But it's also, surprisingly, it's really not that big of a deal. The biggest part of it is to stay healthy and, not get injured. That's really the biggest key to it. Okay, guys, so I did want to talk about tomorrow's Chicago Cub game real quick. The Cubs will be remaining at Sloan Park tomorrow. They will be taking on the Colorado Rockies. Yeah. One of the worst teams in all of MLB last season. And as a matter of fact, the Colorado Rockies manager last season, Bud Black, was the first manager last year to be relieved of his duties. Bud Black, in case you guys did not know, is actually back with the Colorado Rockies as a advisory role in the front office. So, interim manager that took over for Bud Black last year, Warren Schaefer. He is still the acting and current manager of the Colorado Rockies. But tomorrow, it will be a very fun pitching matchup because going for the Colorado Rockies is a former Chicago Cub. And he is Colombia's own of Jose Quintana. Now, you heard me right. Jose Quintana. He is one of the newest Colorado Rockies in the 2026 season. He is also going to be playing for Team Colombia in the upcoming WBC. So it will be very, very exciting to see him. However, for tomorrow, going for the Chicago Cubs, it will be Jameson Taillon. He will be making his second outing of the spring. Remember, he is going to be playing for Colorado in the upcoming WBC. So I would imagine that tomorrow, guys, it's just to prep him for the upcoming WBC. But for the former Chicago Cub, Jose Quintana, it will be his 2026 Cactus League Colorado Rocky spring debut. So a very exciting day tomorrow at Sloan Park. But here is the unfortunate news. The game is not televised, and not on the radio. So I know it's boo. I know. It sucks. It 1,000% pure sucks. But the Cubs, that is tomorrow, and And it's unfortunately. Again, guys, the next time the Marquee Sports Network televises a Chicago Cubs spring training game, it is this Sunday. It will be the beginning of a new month, and it will be to resume the Battle of Chicago in the Cactus League. It will be White Sox and Cubs at Sloan Park. It will be their second of 3 meetings this spring. But tomorrow, it will be the former Chicago Cub Jose Quintana making his Cactus League debut with his new team. So that will be very interesting as well. So that's tomorrow, guys. So that's tomorrow's game and all of that. So very exciting that we will see a former Chicago Cub on the mound for the other side. But hopefully we can get 3 W's in a row. At least pray we could get 3 W's in a row. But yeah, guys, I think that is a okay place to stop. But before I do, guys, my one question I have for you guys, because at the beginning of this episode, I had a question. So I will be in Grapefruit League spring training in 4 days. That is in Florida. I will be around former Chicago Cub big leaguers and minor leaguers. When I am around them, if you want some YouTube channel footage, please let me know down below in the comment section, guys. And then, yeah, I mean, when it comes to former Chicago Cubs guys in the Grapefruit League, you want footage on the channel, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. So yeah, that was really my one question for you guys.